It was a dark and stormy night, and Sarah was driving down a deserted road in the middle of nowhere. She was on her way to visit her grandparents' old house, which had been abandoned for years. As she drove, she felt a growing sense of unease. The rain was pounding against the car, and the wind was howling through the trees. The headlights barely penetrated the darkness ahead, and the only sounds were the rhythmic swish of the windshield wipers and the occasional clap of thunder. Suddenly, Sarah saw something in the distance. It was a figure, standing by the side of the road. As she got closer, she saw that it was a man, his face obscured by the shadows. He was wearing a long coat and a hat, and he seemed to be beckoning her towards him. Sarah felt a chill run down her spine. She didn't know this man, and she certainly didn't want to stop on this desolate road in the middle of the night. She sped up, hoping to leave him behind. But the man wouldn't be deterred. He started to run after her car, his long coat billowing out behind him. Sarah could hear his footsteps pounding on the wet pavement, and she could feel his presence getting closer and closer. Suddenly, there was a loud bang. Sarah's car shuddered, and she realized she had hit something. She slammed on the brakes, and the car skidded to a stop. Trembling with fear, Sarah got out of the car to see what she had hit. In the dim light of the headlights, she could see a crumpled figure lying on the ground. It was the man from the road. As she approached, she saw that he was not breathing. His hat had fallen off, revealing a face that was twisted in a grotesque mask of pain and terror. Sarah backed away, her heart pounding in her chest. She stumbled and fell, and when she looked up, she saw that the man was standing over her. His eyes were dark and empty, and his mouth twisted into a sinister grin. Sarah screamed, but no sound came out. She was paralyzed with fear as the man leaned down towards her. And then, in a flash of lightning, he disappeared, leaving Sarah alone in the darkness. She never spoke of that night again, but the memory of it haunted her for the rest of her life. And some say that on dark and stormy nights, you can still see the figure of the man in the long coat, standing by the side of the road, waiting for his next victim.